at its best. You're with Tony and Jill on KEI TV.
Give me where me come from. Stop beat around the bush. You know see me frustrated and the youths are dead for younger.
Yo. Check. Let me talk some shit real quick. Yo.
I'd like to thank each and every one of you for participating in this focus group.
It was a safe place. It was just like, 3 block square, 4 block square. And I was safe.
People actually looked out for each other. People actually cared for each other.
It was just a community of love.
I mean, you couldn't drive down Division and not see a club, because it was clubs up, and that's why it was considered a party town.
On Indiana Street, from Lancaster all the way down to Sanford, it would be people going to the joints.
Where, you had Johnny Taylor was there, B.B. King.
Of course, there was 2 or 3 gambling shacks. And gambling wasn't held in much disdain as it is, with people now. It was nothing. It was just that's what you did.
Fort Worth was the Bible Belt, and it was the Norris First Baptist Church. He kind of controlled Fort Worth and held these people down. They could go to Arlington and have fun, and that's what they did.
Lou Henry Taylor and her sister, Lou Tom, were so influential.
Lou Henry was a smart businesswoman. She ran a grocery store and a beer joint and a club. Any of the churches that were in the neighborhood knew they could go in and get bread or ice or whatever they needed from Lou Henry, and she didn't charge them.
She supported school programs. She supported churches. She would help get people out of trouble. She'd loan you money.
She had a lot of contacts, and I think the chief of police always took care of her.
When people got sick, she would be the first one there. And it didn't matter if they were black, brown, or white. She fed them, she bought them clothes.
Even though there was trouble here now, you can't have a club without trouble. They made that place what it is today.
Lou Henry was way ahead of her time.
North Texas was a hotbed of tension because there was a lot of concern that slavery wasn't accepted by everyone. And many of the leaders felt that traveling itinerant Methodist ministers were coming in and stirring up ferment among slaves and others. Many of the former slaves began forming their own communities. And even in places like Northeast Texas, in Dallas, there were freedom colonies. And these were towns, communities formed by free blacks.
Now, if you read some of the scholarship of the time, you'll find there's a mass violence against African Americans, where they show some former slave owners just wantonly kill African Americans. In fact, they killed about 1% of the male population.
White Texans believed that blacks were not civilized, were subhuman. We're going to put them in jail whenever we can. It becomes another form of racial control.
One of the main concerns is policing and controlling this large mass of enslaved people in the South. They developed these elaborate police systems in the South to control this large enslaved population.
And so what happens for African Americans is the slow but gradual evolution into what we call Jim Crow segregation. You know, we hear about random, senseless, unprovoked even, acts of violence. One of those stories is that of Fannie Wilson, who was the daughter of Jack Ditto. Jack Ditto, who was a Baptist minister, was off preaching, and terrorists, white night riders, we might say, came up and began inquiring about him. The daughter, Fannie, who was 15 years old at the time, says that she remembers them calling out for her dad, her mother saying, well, he's not here. And they began shooting. And the mother was carrying a baby in her arms. And one of those blasts killed the child and left a wound on the mother, both psychologically and physically, for the rest of her life.
Booker T. Washington went from the 1st grade to the 8th. And at one time, it only went from the 1st to the 6th grade.
Education was key in the Black community at the time I was growing up. Many of us went to school knowing something about reading. We knew the alphabet, so by the time we got to 1st grade, we were ready to hit the ground running in terms of education. Plus, when you got there, you had teachers who were so invested in you that they made sure that you were going to learn, because if you failed, it meant they failed.
When you're being taught by a certain race for a certain period of time, there's a bond and something that happens there that you can't escape from.
What they did when they integrated the schools, and they decided to integrate the faculty, and what they did was they took the most accomplished Black and experienced Black teachers and put them in predominantly white schools. They took the most inexperienced and least accomplished white teachers and put them in the predominantly Black schools.
I was in the 7th grade when schools integrated across the board. And I went to Nichols Junior High after having gone to Booker T. Washington from grades 1 through 6. It was tremendous. There were some white teachers just didn't want you there. You know, this was their job and they had to do it, but you really weren't welcome. And they would look for opportunities to fulfill that stereotype of what they already had about Black students. And they discouraged many of them, and they dropped out. There were 3 churches, 3 different denominations. As a small kid, I was COGIA, I was Church of God in Christ. We were Pentecost. Mount Olive was considered like the church, the community church.
When you joined church, you were taught God first, then family, and then community.
You couldn't go down there on Sunday, without almost the whole community being at church, one church or the other.
It's where they actually set a foundation for how they wanted to live. They built their life around that church.
Their church and their families are where they got their strength from.
You somewhere where somebody appreciate you, somebody love you.
We all worked together, and everybody was supportive of everybody. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but you had just so many people that really, really cared about each other, and they believed in helping each other, and it was just there.
White people call it town. We call it LA, Little Allerton, the Hill, the ghetto. But if I was within the confines of my community, I was safe. Everybody I saw cared about me.
consider all those things that make me happy, I think about you. When I consider all those things that make me sad, I think about you. I think about you. I think about you. When I consider all those things, I think about you. I think about you. I think about you. When I consider all those things, I think about you. There was a moment in my life when I was happy. I thought I'd spend my whole life with you. You were my love and my daily inspiration, and all the things that I could dream would come true. I think about you. I think about you. When I consider all those things, I think about you. I think about you. I think about you. When I consider all those things, I think about you. But then one day, it all started to vanish. My feelings, they all started to fade away. I put them in a place where only I could go, never knowing if I would see them another day. I think about you. I think about you. When I consider all those things, I think about you. I think about you. I think about you. When I consider all those things, I think about you.
Actors, directors, musicians, authors, and entertainment. You are invited to join us here at KEI TV. For more information, call 972-989-9925.
It's hard to impress the woman. A lot of dumbass niggas, well, they fucked that up a long time ago. But if you allow me to gain our really want from a man. Get what I'm saying, right? Try me. Oh, try me. And you see, babe. Whoa. Should I keep on going? Baby says she like the type of man with his own plan. Ain't got a lie. She wouldn't mind every now and then seeing me in a suit and tie. But if you allow me to gain our respect back, whoa, I will. Ladies, I know what y'all you really want from a man. Girl, I'm saying right, yeah. Try me, oh. Try me, oh, yeah. When you can't sleep at night, try me. I'll rock you. Nah, 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 nah. Try me. Just stick around for a while. Oh, try me, baby. Try me. Try me, girl. Try me, baby, yeah. Try me. Oh, can I tell you, baby? Try me, baby. Try me. Just put your hand in my hand. Try me. Just go with me. Try me. Oh, yeah. I gotta tell you, hush, little baby. Don't you cry, because peace is gonna sing you a sweet lullaby. Yeah. Yeah. One more time, one more time. Yeah. Yeah. One more time, one more time. Yeah. Yeah. Right, if you don't mind. Y'all hear me sing it? Try me, baby, yeah. Try me. Baby, I can't do it without you. Try me, baby, yeah. Try me. Try me. Try me, baby. Yeah. 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 Try me. I ain't going nowhere. I'll do you right. I'll do you right, girl. Oh, try me. Oh, try me. Yeah. Try. Do me right, baby. I'll do you right too. Ain't nothing wrong with us seeing each other, loving, loving and hugging, kissing and making love. Y'all hear me sing? So baby, do me a favor. I remember you told me you was gonna leave me. You know how many losses I've took this year? Hell, I probably won't miss it. So go ahead and try that nigga down the street. They call him Mr. Jody, right? But when you get to Mr. Jody's house, you'll figure out that Jody won't do you the way that I do. To sum it up in a nutshell, baby, what I'm trying to say to you is, I'll tell you, he can't love you like I love you, and he can't hold you like I hold you. I gotta tell him again, he can't love you like I love you, and he can't hold you like I hold you. Yeah. He can't love you, he can't love you, he can't love you, he can't love you like I love you, 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 like I love you. I said he can't hold you, he can't hold you.
Give me where me come from. Stop beat around the bush. You know see me frustrated and the youths are dead for younger. And you know stay like how we look. So boss man, give me where me come from. Stop beat around the bush. You know see me frustrated.
Make, the more the IRS will take. So if you go from making $75,000 to $150,000, you're not going to see $75,000 divided by 12 on your paycheck. As a matter of fact, I know people who get a raise from $100,000 on their job to $200,000, and they've actually seen less on their check, because the more money you make, the more tax brackets you enter into. I remember my first check went from $10,000 to $20,000, a pay period. I was looking for this check. Now, let's be clear. I was living check to Monday, so I had already spent the money, okay? I knew the check was coming. So when I got the $10,000 check, my net pay was $8,500. I was married with 3 children, 5 exemptions, so I had 5 allowances on my W-4. I thought that's how it worked. So when I was getting this $20,000 commission, I thought, I'll have $16,000, $17,000. Let me tell you something. I got the check. The check was like $9,000. Let me tell you, I almost passed out right there in the office. I got dizzy. Then I said, child, you can't die because you need your money. I said, you right. So I went into the office and I called the IRS. People said, well, why'd you call the IRS? Because they had my money. Who else you gonna call? I can call the HR people. They don't have my money. I'm looking at the check. It says FICA name, so that's who I'm calling. So I called the IRS and I got on the phone. I told them my situation. I didn't even know who to call or what to say. All I know is half my check is gone and I need it back. So they heard my story and they said, oh, we're gonna put you on with a withholding agent. I thought, woo, child, they got somebody named that? Okay, you got a withholding agent. So I was ready. I was already counting the minutes to when I was gonna get my money. So the withholding agent came on and she started to ask me all these questions. By like question number 10 or 11, I started to get nervous. She put me on hold, came back, and her calculation was only 2 pennies different than my check. That's when I learned the more money you make, the more the IRS will take. I did not think that when you grow in life, that you make more money and get less. That just didn't seem fair to me. So the first thing is to spend less money. The next thing is, yes, to get more money. Multiple streams of income, a raise on your job, do some extra shifts. But the third ingredient is the single most important ingredient. and that is you have to get your money back. Well, guess what? That's what the IRS says. The IRS says if you drive your car for business, you can get your money back. If you just go and drive for personal reasons, you don't. If you have a business dinner or business lunch, you can get your money back. If you take a business trip, you can get your money back. The IRS says this well over hundreds and hundreds of times. So
a new job, and I was struggling with the forms and resumes I had to keep filling out. It just takes so much time, you know. But then a friend recommended JobGet, and she told me about how she found a job within just a few days. I was skeptical at first. Sure, just another job app. But I tried it out, and the application process was so easy. And the best part is that I got a job offer within 2 days right in my area. If you're looking for a job right now, I highly recommend using JobGet. Go check it out in the App Store right now.
Darling, you send me. Darling, you send me back. Darling, you send me. Honest you do, honest you do. You thrill me, baby, you thrill me, yes you do. Listen, at first I thought it was infatuation, but oh, it's lasts for so long. Now I find myself wanting you. I want to marry you and take you home. Generations will rise, moments they will fall. We're the only ones who will carry us through it all. If the words they are clear and the actions are strong, oh my people.
I can stare at you all night. Why do you have to go?
I can too. But I must go. I promised my father.
Why does it have to be this way? The moment I've been waiting for is soon to be over.
Very soon we'll meet again. And soon, this will be a reality.
But why does it have to be this way? We can change this forever.
I really want to, but
Let us be.
I must go. I'm sorry.
This night was made for me and you. I will remember it forever. Your beautiful smile, your soft, soft skin. Sweet smell of your aroma. Smell of roses. Why did you have to go? Why couldn't you stay? This could be us. We could be free. I will see your face again. My beautiful queen. Who's there? Whoever you are, come out. I'm armed, and I will come after you. Show yourself. I'm about to come at you with force!
No, please do not.
Naomi, is that you?
Do not come any closer.
Why, I thought...
It was never meant to be. I cannot be with you.
I thought you said you wanted to be together.
I do, but you cannot see me like this. You would never love me the same.
I don't care about physical. Our souls are connected. Naomi, I love you.
You don't want to see me like this.
Don't be afraid. I love you for who you are.
I did not want you to see me like this.
This does not matter to me. I still want you as my queen.
But I cannot be human like you. There's just no way.
Change me.
I cannot. I don't want to.
Do it to save our love.
can't breathe. I can't breathe, sir, please.
The hate
Somebody help me.
goes from the shores of Africa
Somebody help me, please.
and beyond. I know some rowdy Negroes that'll set these sons of bitches straight. It won't be necessary.
They're good blacks, though.
You take the original man, you call him a monkey, a spook. My life is just as valuable as hers.
Good old American values.
And I don't understand why you chose me for all this. The sound of our footsteps make them clutch for their lives.
We learned French. Okay. We learned your English, we learned your Spanish, we learned your Dutch, your Portuguese, your German. You learned our nothing, you called us stupid. That's white privilege. And I'm sure it probably hurts for you to hear those two words, kind of like gunshots and explosions from those commissioned to protect you with whisking past your ears. What is white privilege? It is the only 5 decades of legal acknowledgement expected to correct 400 years of white transgression. It's crack versus cocaine. Blacks receiving almost 20% longer sentences for the same exact offenses. Like, for instance, a black man without a record is less likely to get a job than a white felon. Or maybe it's because we're lazy and we don't work hard enough. Like, what the fuck? 400 years in the same field literally is an incredible resume builder. It is Katrina answering the government's prayers of eugenics, Dick Cheney going fishing the next day, Condoleezza on a shopping spree, Bush in San Diego, but Kanye is the one you call crazy because, like, it only took the USA 2 days to get aid to Asia, but 5 for FEMA to get to Canal Street and Esplanade. It is the one black kid who beat the shit out of the odds, but only thanks to Sandra Bullock, Michelle Pfeiffer, and the White Shadow, so now we all can make it. It is the only time thousands of white people are cheering for the black kid to win is in the stadium. It is you looking at me crazy if I told you to go back to Europe, even though we didn't have a say. It is you all of a sudden having a problem with immigration like this isn't even your nation. How the hell do you discover some shit that wasn't even missing to begin with, you Columbus, our traditions? Had white girls twerking in high definition with multicolored hair and purple nails, but it was ghetto when we did it. Oh, I make you uncomfortable. Try a cramped slave ship. Oh wait, slavery is over now. It's just called the prison system because, like, you're not racist because you don't use the N-word, but y'all use niggas every day. What is white privilege? It is the acceptance of bombs over Baghdad, but not over Boston. It is European history being taught as a major and African as an elective. It is learning about my people only 28 days like I'm not black every fucking second as every white boy. With the fuck my braids out, not because I'm pretty, but because I'm pretty for a black girl. It is people thinking that Africa is one nation. It is the waving of the Confederate flag like you didn't lose the battle and then telling us to get over slavery. It is people saying that black people destroyed neighborhoods but forgetting that white people have destroyed continents. It is every time I bring up my plight, some white man has to tell me that I'm crazy but is kind enough to praise my English or say that we are all given the same opportunities, even though he has a family history of wealth and I don't even know my family history at all. Is the justification of police brutality. Like, what did that person do? I'm sure it doesn't hurt as much when the victim doesn't look like you. It is people thinking that affirmative action is an unfair advantage instead of keeping the qualified from being unfairly disadvantaged or throwing out a qualified applicant because their names sound too African American. Is Newports imported into black communities but black boys exported for weed as big plastic asses that are called fat when we naturally have them. It is an Australian woman whose new classic of rap music is everyone who hears this poem dismisses all this truth I just spit as reverse racism. That is white privilege. Thank you.
Soto Market. Black business owners.
Roger Walton with KB Wireless. We specialize in sales.
Broderick.
And accessories.
Hey, peace family. Ashe Ronnie J here, owner of Ashe Ronnie J Fashions, located inside the Golden Soda Marketplace, Suite 605. Come by, check us out. We got some fabulous stuff here. Not only I, but some fabulous vendors here inside the Golden Soda Marketplace. Peace.
Massage Spa.
Hello, my name is Unique, owner of Kinu Massage Spa. Contact me at 214-817-7867 for your unique experience.
Handmade lace custom braided wigs. Inside Grow DeSoto Market Suite 611.
Hey y'all, it's Misha at La Thick Madame Boutique. Boutique for every booty. Come see us.
Hello, my name is Vicki Walters. I am the owner of Little Bow Feet at DeSoto Grove Marketplace. Suite 606, come see me.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Mr. Charles.
I invite you to come down to Organic Remedies and see some of our formulations. See you soon.
Sir, I can't breathe. I can't breathe, sir, please.
The hate
Somebody help me.
goes from the shores of Africa
Help me, please.
and beyond. I know some rowdy Negroes that'll set these sons of bitches straight. It won't be necessary.
They're good blacks, though.
You take the original man, you call him a monkey, a spook. My life is just as valuable as hers.
Good old American values.
And I don't understand why you chose me for all this. The sound of our footsteps make them clutch for their lives.
Actors, directors, musicians, authors, and entertainment. You are invited to join us here at KEI TV. For more information, call 972-989-9925.
Why? Because white folks have a personal relationship with God. They know God. They only stay in church 20, 30 minutes tops. They just walk right in. How you doing, God? How are you? Nice to see you. That's a good outfit. I like that. Things are going great. Okay, God bless yourself. Depart to serve. What about black folk? Black folk, oh, no. We did church for 2 days. Praying for the same stuff we done prayed for already. Jesus, I love that man. I know he locked up, but I love him. I'll stick with him till the end. Them kids, I know the kids are crazy, but I'm going to stay with them, Lord, because you gave them to me. 2 days later, Lord Jesus, the kids, I love them. I like going to white churches. They don't mess around. They sing the song, they get in and out. Oh, happy day, oh, happy day. Oh, happy day, oh, happy day. It was a happy day. That's it. They home, they happy. That's it. They watching the game. But not us. Not us, not us. Take us 2 hours to get to the first lyric. Oh, 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 happy day. Happy day. Then it mixed it with Luther Vandross. Well, 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 will. Still in love.
At its best, you're with Tony and Jill on KEI TV.
We jam together in a one love positive vibe. Every nation, every color of creation.